Welcome, precious friends. Welcome to another episode of our heart-powered inspiring interviews. And as you know, every single time I introduce you to an outstanding speaker, thought leader, entrepreneur, someone that can share golden nuggets with you to inspire you to further speak up, scale up, and impact the world in a greater way. Well, today I have invited my wonderful friend, Timea. She is the CEO of Francis Cooper Marketing Consultancy, and she's located in London. She's also a marketing lecturer at Northumbria University. She's also the author of Your Story, The Art of Storytelling, and the USP is You, Building Your Personal Brand. So she's all about branding and marketing. She has also once run, I remember that from a previous conversation, Timmy, you have also coordinated and created a TEDx event, right? Not so long ago, which was amazing. And also, with the consultancy she's running, they were awarded the best marketing mentoring services in London in 2021. Well, if that is not an accomplishment, I don't know what is. Well, welcome to me. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Thank you for the invitation. And hello, everybody. Very nice to be here.
Great. So let's jump right into it. I would like to know, what are your personal 3 things that you currently do to bring your whole business and your impact to a different level?
Okay. So if you have to name 3, then one of them, even if in a lot of cases it seems more boring, is really the setting the goal and counting backwards from that goal, setting a plan. It gives me a lot of focus on what to do and what to say no to. Really, once we don't have that, then we just, I'm very likely to jump on some exciting ideas, which kind of divert the focus from where it should be. So it's really useful to do. I'm quite used to it also from my background at large companies. And it also helps with campaigns or whatever we do, that sometimes when we lose a little bit the motivation or the results are not coming yet, like there is a campaign, but if we know that we have a plan, we just follow the plan and it helps us keep on track. It doesn't mean that we cannot change the plan or adjust it based on what we've learned, but at least there is something to change. And this is really helpful. And this proved to be really useful for the companies we work with during the couple of crises that happened in the past few years, to at least have a plan that you can at least change. So this is number 1. Number 2 is, and this is absolutely, I think, will be very familiar for everybody in this circle, but it's really becoming the source, not only of talking about myself and clients, but becoming a source of help and support and inspiration. So whenever people need expertise, either from me or I will know somebody who they can trust. If they need a supplier, I know somebody who they can trust. So kind of becoming that kind of source that people can think of, okay, I will ask her because she will know someone. And it's really about building up a network of people who share the same core values. This is absolutely important in my success. Have that kind of like you, Monique, and really those people who share the same core values, and then who we can connect with each other. So that's a very important one. Number 3 is really not giving up. So being very faithful, even when it's hard. So just an idea, I'm really, we plan to be on LinkedIn every day in 2022. Previously it was 2 or 3 times a week, but this was really something we committed to, and I committed to, and whatever happened, I just kept doing it. So I can be so committed to something that I decide, and a goal that I set. And this is really important, that it's when we set things, we are excited and we see that, wow, that would be, let's do it. But I will do it also when it's hard. And yeah, this is really something that helps me going and helps me learning a lot more about it, really. So it's really important that if we start something and we give it up right away, that everything is a waste. that we've done already, but as if we just go on, then I will have more and more expertise in whatever it is that I can build into that. And then it suddenly feels easier, even if it's not, but it feels easier. So I hope that these three things help. Was it enough, or do you need something?
I love them. I love all of them, and they're so powerful. And we could probably spend hours on each and every one of these points, right?
Sure.
But I know a lot of people say, yes, I've heard about, setting a goal and planning backwards, right? I mean, a lot of people say that. Would you mind sharing a couple of hints and tips on how are you creating a plan that really ensures you meet the goal? Because I feel like a lot of people have great intentions around planning and they get it all wrong and then they never meet the goal. So what are some golden nuggets or suggestions around how do you plan? What are your best practices around planning so you make sure you reach your goals?
You are right. And this is very important because some people stop because it seems to be like a huge, overwhelming exercise. But without that, there's no really success. So it's kind of like I imagine where I want to be with that after the campaign or in a year or whatever. Really, I'm imagining it like, okay, this is now, I'm there in a year now. What is, I imagine that it has already happened. How, it really helps me also to imagine that it's not in the future, it has happened. And this could be something like around my revenue, or that I would like to have speaking gigs, or I would like to, I would like to start teaching at a university. That was something like that, really. And when we set the goal, then we start counting backwards. Means that what do I have to do to achieve that? Obviously, whatever we want to achieve, first there is a funnel that we have to first get an audience, have to get out there to a lot of leads, kind of, or connections, and then we can go narrower and narrower. So normally what I would do is that, okay, this is my goal. Those of the listeners and viewers who have already had that, then it's easy to see how it has happened in the past. If you have never had it, then you simply have to guess. And I'm sorry to say that it is, but it will never be delivered to you. But you will say that, let's say I want to teach, this is let's see this example, I want to teach somewhere, I want to deliver a training. Then, okay, to have that, then I have to start reaching out to academies and schools and universities with this page that I would like to teach there. Okay, so I have a list of them I will reach out to. Next question is, to achieve that goal, whatever that goal is, whoever I want to provide that service to, what is it what they want? So I have to find out that all the other people, to achieve that goal, if there is anybody else I need to service there, what is it that they want in this case? And it's hard to now talk about it, for each kind of goal, because obviously when I want to increase my revenue, then I have to see what I'm servicing. Who am I servicing? What is it that they want? How could I develop a new product? How could I price it differently? So, it's all coming there. What is the need? Always counting backwards from the need of the people that I have to reach at some point. If I want to get into the press, same things. What is it that editors want? And once I have what those people want, once I have a list of contacts, then I have to build a communication around that. And this could be a series. If I have to fill an event, then this could be a campaign with the, the landing pages, all the messages. How and the communication should include all the unique selling points and the benefit for that audience that I found out that I would like to reach, if it makes sense. And then I have to plan the communication. I do everything in advance. I'm never leaving it up to the campaign. I have to time it. How much time do I need to do that? And then it's about the execution and seeing what is happening. And meanwhile, if I see that things are not going so well, what else could I do? Because I have that goal, and that goal, I committed to that, and that goal is keeping me going. So I hope that it was practical enough. I really have an action plan. I will do this, then this is the thing that I already prepared. This is that I have to send, and this is what I mentioned, that this plan keeps me going. But always start with the buyer personas, the audiences in mind, and how I could reach them, what is their customer journey, how I could reach them. So this is something that I can tell generally, but obviously it can differ from goal to goal.
I love it. I love it. And I'd also like to give some extra hint based on what you said. Is like you said, break it in concrete steps, be clear on what needs to take place or what needs to be put in place or what needs to happen to actually reach that goal, right? You said either you know it because you've done it before, or you have to guess. But besides the guessing, you can also work with experts and ask people that have done it.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So we don't need to necessarily always guess.
Yeah, you're right.
Everyone else. That's why, Timmy, you are an expert, right? You help people really get sharpened with their marketing. You know, I help people step up professional with their speaking and grow their business. So again, you know, there's a lot of experts out there that can show you the way. So I love that. And I also loved, like, you know, I loved that you also, and, you know, we're sisters in so many ways, Timmy, right? So, you know, I do exactly the same thing. You know, we always start with the perspective of someone else, not only with our own, right? So we're not only saying, you know, what do I want, but really we start with what do they want? How can we make their life easier, better, more joyful, help them make more money or anything else, right?
Exactly.
So, and again, when we create like a win-win, people love to get engaged. They love to be involved. They love to support. They love to be a part of it, and they love to work with us as well, right?
Absolutely. So great points. Totally agree.
Yes, and I also liked, you know, what you said a little bit in a side sentence, and I think it's so important that I'd like to emphasize it again. It's not only that you have a plan, but you said it, you then look at the steps and you look at what is working and where do you need to fine tune things even further. So again, I think that what you're saying is like the whole monitoring and adapting is equally important as creating the plan in the first place, right? So it's really, really powerful. So, you know, creating a plan, okay, having a solid plan and monitoring, fine tuning it again and again, and then really also being the source of help and support for others, right? As you said, was your number 2. And then third one is don't give up, even when times are tough, be faithful, just step forward one step at a time. Really 3 really powerful approaches to make sure that your business keeps evolving and growing, right? And would you say that these are also the 3, because you said, oh my God, you were awarded the best marketing mentoring service in London in 2021. What an achievement. Congratulations, celebrating you for that, right?
Thank you.
Would you say that these were the 3 that contributed to receiving that award, or was there something else involved?
I mean, they also looked at, it was based on looking at our achievements, how we do the mentoring and what we've achieved for clients. So we had to prove it. So basically, if we can't add that, it's really, and in marketing, I love it, that is result-based and it's measurable, and now in digital even more, is that, yes, my success is also based on, and if you can't, as a result of all 3 I mentioned, there will be results and there will be achievements which obviously prove ourselves. But probably one more thing that then I have to mention here, that I get a very good piece of advice when I was young from a mentor. When I was good at creating campaigns and things like that. So I told the mentor that now I would like to improve the things where I'm not so good at, like, you know, kind of the admin stuff and keeping, there are some other things which require some other kind of skill set. And the mentor said, instead of trying to be mediocre in a lot of things, focus on what you're really the best at and be outstanding in that. And that was, I just followed it. And this, like, for me, is really content and copywriting and all that kind of stuff. I really have to tell you, Monique, every day I do something to get better at it, just to read something, just to listen to. It's not like, okay, I'm very good at that, so let's just take it for granted and learn about, I try to learn about other things too. I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm putting focus on what I'm really good at. And then you become really, really outstanding in that one, because you put so many hours into kind of really, really fine tuning. So I think that also helps. And that could be probably a practical thing, that don't worry if you're not good at all of the things, and just let's forget about, oh, I should also do this and that. I was never do. Fine, just own it and put more emphasis and effort into getting, just because if you're really good at something and you just add a little percentage more, that is way more incrementally. I hope it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. And I love that you're giving that as an extra hint, because it's so important and powerful. I don't know if you had the same mentors that I had in the past, but I had a mentor that said to me, Monique, do what you're uniquely brilliant at. And build a team around you that does everything else, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you creating content, running campaigns, doing marketing, that's your unique brilliance, right? That's why people love to work with you. And they work with us because, I mean, I'm a speaker, right? I mean, people say, how do I use the power of my voice to grow my business, right? So that is what our unique brilliance is. And, you know, I know that you have a great team. You're not doing everything yourself, but you really do what you're best at to contribute most to your clients and also to your business and also to yourself, right? So as you run a business and you have a team, you know that our business is called HeartPowered Business. What does it actually mean to you, Timmy, to run a HeartPowered?
Yes, and I love it that you named it like that. I mean, what it means to me, that I'm listening to my heart when I'm making decisions. And I remember that in the past, I didn't dare to say it. And so now it's a big thing that we can say it here, because it seemed like, or I thought it seemed like unprofessional, because the business is, how I also learned about marketing, is really about the profit and about the numbers and bringing the numbers, which is it really is. But and when I was thinking that with my decisions, obviously you have to make calculations. It's not only that hard, but whenever I have to have a new client or project or whatever, I'm asking my heart, and everybody's heart will always tell you what needs to be done. It's just that a lot of times people are not listening, and then it will come back on us with burning out when we take up on a client or a job or an assignment that is something that our heart doesn't want. We just do it either for the money or because I don't know, because we think it would help us later with my career, whatever. So this is one thing, to always listen to the heart. I do that, and for this reason sometimes I just pass on opportunity, but it doesn't really matter. And the other one is that I just really genuinely love doing it, and I express it when I just love. I not just in post, but when I love working with someone on that project, I express my enthusiasm and passion on it, because I think it's contagious as well, and it's good to express it, and really keeps me going. But it's kind of like, if you really choose the projects and the people and partners to work with, who you love working with and who you share the same core values, I think it's really down to that. Like the two of us, so we can really work so well together. I mean, just now here and also in our previous discussions, because we share the same core values, and it's not about like I have to concentrate on having the love and passion, but then it's coming naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it?
Beautiful. I love it. It flows naturally, right? When you are.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, and again, you know, so many golden nuggets, my friends. You know, pick up what Timmy is saying, right? Really think about it. Are you listening to your heart when you're making decisions? Are you really expressing when you appreciate working with someone else, right? As you said, you know, that's contagious. I love it, Timmy. Beautiful. And you know, I know that whatever we do day after day after day is actually getting us the results we want, right? So, and when we do something repeatedly, what we call it is a habit, right? We always love to learn and hear what are, you know, some of the greatest habits of highly successful people, and you are one of them. So what is one of the habits? What is one thing that you do on a regular basis that you feel is really contributing to your success and to who you are today?
Okay, good, very good question. And I will share with you an easy one, which everybody can do. Every day, I never go to bed without, first of all, saying thanks to my parents, if I can call them, then in myself, that I could be where I am now. So that's something that I always do every day. But another thing is that one email or message or just in words to somebody to say thanks. And there are, you know, one email couldn't be enough, but this is a habit. So I made it a habit, really, because in a lot of cases I discovered that I put it on the to-do list to say thanks for someone who previously introduced me to someone, for someone who commented on a post or signed up for a course, whatever it is. Many things, really, fortunately, in my network for help. And sometimes it's in my head that, oh, I should get back, and it's pushed back to the bottom of our to-do list, and it's the next day. And I realized earlier that, oh God, it's 5 days. I've done so many things, and the most important to just say thanks to somebody, and it's so easy to stand out because that person will be so much touched by that. So now I just made it a habit before closing the computer, really. And sometimes it happens that is then, sometimes I start with it, then having someone, and to just reach out in a one-to-one. So it's not on social media only, but just or congratulate them. So something of a message of gratitude to someone, and it's so easy, so quick, and you will, and this is coming back, and as the person will be so touched by it. So wow, I also created something for myself with that at the same time, I realized. So yeah, probably it's easy to follow.
It's such a beautiful habit, and as you said, it's so beautiful, also connects with what you said as your number 2, like, success principle is becoming a source of support and encouragement and everything else, right? So again, going back to people and thanking them, again, that's what builds the connection. That's what opens the doors, giving people, the trust and the safety to reach out to you and say, hey, you know what? She comes from her heart. She's thanking me. We have a good connection. Why don't I go back and ask for some help, right? Absolutely. So it's beautiful. And, I have a habit, for example, from, that I send a little love message to 5 people. Okay.
Oh, you see, it is very similar. Probably I should increase it to 5 now. You motivate me. Yeah. Okay.
And so,
what do you write in?
Telling people, like, what do I appreciate them? Why do I appreciate them? What do I admire in them, and something like that.
Wow,
okay.
That's great.
And a lot of people come back and say, you just made my day, because enough.
I know.
Whatever, energetically we connect, emotionally, or we think of someone that needs to hear that in that moment, right?
Yes, and we receive so many emails about what to do, about all those things we should do. Why don't I just give someone an email on, wow, I admire you, but I will increase it now to 5. You're better at that, Monica.
Okay, but I love yours. Okay, and I gonna, I think even doing it at the end of the day, the way you do it is beautiful, because again, what you do is you always end on a high, right?
Yeah,
for absolutely. Someone else and for yourself. Absolutely. Love it. And I also love, I also love that you're both actually women of action, right? Otherwise we wouldn't be where we are today. And I'd like to also ask you, like, how can we turn our conversation into a concrete action step for everyone that is here with us today? Okay, so you always ask, like, as an inspiration, and not only inspiration, let's turn the inspiration into concrete action. So everyone that's investing the time of, listening in and getting inspired by us, how, what could they do today to get, themselves, their visibility, their business to a next level?
Okay, great question. And I totally agree with that, to put things into practice. I'm just now running a 30-day LinkedIn challenge, which is all about this, that it's not about, oh, you should do this and that, but do it. Let's have it done. I'd like to see the results. So very good questions. So one of them is an easy one. If I could have now 3, because you always ask me 3, is just think of someone you can say thanks to, and after watching it and pushing, having the end, just say thanks to send that message to the person. A second one, which increases visibility, sit down and think of 1 or 2 questions you always get from clients when you have a consultation, or when they reach out to you, check emails or remember. Open social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are, and turn it into a post. These are the 3 questions I'm always asked. This is the number 1 question I'm always asked, and your answer. Because I bet that many other people want to know the answer to that question if it was a frequently asked question from you. And number 3, very easy one, look at reviews or testimonials you've already received. Look at your emails, LinkedIn recommendations, wherever they are. And if it's public, simply make a screenshot of the review attach it as an image to a post, describe what was the whole thing, how you helped, and what was the outcome. So what was the original problem, how you have the outcome, post, and it's there. If it was only an email or a testimonial letter, you should first go back to the person to ask for their permission, but normally they give it to you, and then you can post that testimonial. So 3 things, all 3, everybody can do it today.
I love it. Okay, so again, you know, just either pick one of these 3 or do all 3 if you're an overachiever, right? Again,
Yes.
but just take action, play with us in the HeartPowered Global Nation. Let us know what you did, how it served you, what results you got from it, how it made you feel, and also if there's anything we can help you with, let us know how. Okay, we're always here to cheer you on and to support you in the greatest way. So, Timmy, it's been amazing. You and I could probably spend more hours together and inspire each other and inspire our audience here. But let's start rounding it off. I know quite a few of the people that are with us today probably wonder, how can I get in touch with Timmy? I'd really like to, you know, up-level my marketing game. Where can they find you? How can they reach out to you?
I'm on LinkedIn, if that's all right. I can also give my email, but I'm on LinkedIn, Timea Kadar, or they can reach out in email. Very happy to answer and help. Yes, absolutely.
Good, beautiful. So the easiest way is LinkedIn. Reach out on LinkedIn. Okay, Timmy's obviously on LinkedIn.
I think so. The easiest is really LinkedIn. Yeah.
Right. So her doors are open. So again, if you want to upgrade your marketing, okay, just again, if you want to know how to make boost your visibility, especially on LinkedIn, she runs her amazing LinkedIn challenge right now. And Timmy has a big heart. So I know that you're actually with your LinkedIn challenge right now. The income is supporting an organization in the Ukraine.
Yes,
so you're not
yes,
only sharing your knowledge and wisdom and experience generously, you're also doing good in the world, and that's what we love most, right?
Absolutely. This is really, really important, that apart from our business, we should also do that. Everybody should also use part of, and this is where social enterprises come into the picture, that you should also do something to make the world a better place. Yes.
And guess why our slogan is, our business called HeartPowered Business, and our slogan is speak up, scale up, impact the world. Yeah. Because again, I think we all can do good with the knowledge we have, with the experience you know we have, and with what we do.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So thank you so much, Timmy. Okay, again, my friends, this was Timea Kadar. Timea Kadar. If you want to get in touch with her, please do. Don't miss the opportunity to connect with her directly. Take the action, okay, and also pick up the golden nuggets. If you just take one thing that we discussed today and you turn it into action, it will lift what you do to a different level, okay? And always play with us. Pick one of the 3 actions and challenges, right? Our challenge for the week. Play with it and let us know how you're doing, okay? So thank you. I'd like to actually pick something up that you spoke about, which is being grateful and expressing thanks. So thank you, Timmy, for being with us today.
Thank you, Monique. Thank you. This was wonderful to speak with you. Thank you.
Right, for all your sharing, all your concrete suggestions and golden nuggets. And all of you, I'd like to thank you that you are regularly with us, that you get inspired by our interviews. That's why we do them. We don't do them for us, we do them for you. So thank you for being with us. And again, if you appreciate them, share it with your friends, with your colleagues, with your network, right? And again, let us know how you're turning the inspiration into action and how we can help you going forward with that. Okay, so all the best to all of you. Okay, and thank you again, Timmy, for being with us. And I'd like to end with our slogan. Okay, all your friends, keep doing your magic in your own powerful way, and always make sure that you speak up, you scale up, and you make a positive impact and contribution to the world. So all of you, we'll be back with another amazing interview soon, but now it's your time to roll up your sleeves and turn your inspiration into action. See you soon. All the best.